Hey everyone, welcome back to Team 25 Europe. Here we are on the expo floor, and I'm actually joined by Matt from the Teamwork Collection. This was one of the collections that was announced back in Anaheim. It is coming to full fruition now. And this one I think is most interesting because when you think of the traditional Atlassian admin from maybe like 2012, 2014, this is essentially what they did. Jira, Confluence, with the addition of Loom though.
Absolutely. Firstly, Rodney, thank you for having me. It's great to be here and great to be in Barcelona with you and all of our Atlassian community. So yeah, absolutely, you're right. Teamwork Collection, we announced that at Team US about 6 months ago in Anaheim. Actually, that became generally available 6 months ago. And yeah, here in Europe this week, we've announced some more big enhancements to the Teamwork Collection. But for those that have been living under a rock for the past 6 months, you're absolutely right. Essentially, Teamwork Collection brings together Jira, Confluence, and Loom, now with all of the Rovo AI goodness into one package. And yeah, an absolutely great upgrade from Jira, if that's what you're on.
That does bring me into the big news over the past few weeks. Atlassian Ascend is on top of everyone's mind, especially those who are on DC. Personally, I think if they were considering a migration to cloud, Teamwork Collection, if you're just on data center and you're looking for a place to go, that seems like the first place you might want to look at. What do you think about that?
Absolutely, you may as well, but just to be clear, you could still migrate from, data center Jira into standalone Jira Cloud, like that's okay. But if you're going to migrate, you may as well migrate into Teamwork Collection. The vast majority of our customers that use Jira also use Confluence, and then you add Loom into that at a pretty attractive price. It kind of makes sense that if you're going to migrate, you may as well migrate into Teamwork Collection. A lot of customers are doing that.
And I mean, my biggest point here is most customers don't run just Jira.
Exactly.
You also have your Confluence that you're going to have to migrate. You also have your other tools that you have alongside it. It just seems like a natural progression. If you're going to have Jira and Confluence on-prem, you're going to move up to the cloud. You get so many bonuses with Teamwork Collection, plus you still get your core tool set.
Yeah, that's exactly right. One of the cool things that we announced here at the conference, didn't make the keynote, but I think is a pretty cool new capability that we've brought, is the ability to do bug reporting from Loom. So basically what that looks like now, if you haven't seen it, if you're unfamiliar with it, is essentially anyone can essentially record a Loom of them reproducing a bug, right? So you're browsing around a app or website, whatever it is, you reproduce the bug. Of course, Loom records the video to show how to reproduce that bug, but then it automatically creates the Jira work item with the description, with all of the details, and now it's even pulling in the console information from the browser, packaging all that up into a Jira ticket for the team to go and troubleshoot. So it really sort of speeds up that bug reproduction and bug reporting process.
And that is such a time saver, because again, when you're looking at bug reports, you're trying to write out exactly how to reproduce it and do it in enough detail that they're able to understand and follow along. That's easily an hour, 2 hour long process.
Totally, and then trying to explain that in text with screenshots and janky little circles and whatever else, it's just too difficult. So you record a Loom reproducing the bug, and Loom's now going to automatically upload that into Jira with the console information and logging information directly from the browser too.
Yeah. What else? What has you most excited right now other than the Loom bug reporting? When you go to a client side, you go, this is what you need to know about.
I mean, AI is the hot thing across the whole industry, right? And really across the world. And so for us, it's all about Rovo. Rovo has now been integrated into basically all of our apps, including our platform apps, in the cloud, of course. So it is something that if you're on data center, unfortunately you won't get Rovo, another reason to move to the cloud. But a lot of the announcements this week were about some new Rovo capabilities. Rovo's now got skills, so I don't know if you want to dig into that a little bit, but happy to talk about some of the new Rovo skills.
Okay, the Rovo skills, I do want to talk about that.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Because what they really remind me of, and I know they're not this, they're on their own thing, and there's some distinctions to add here, but it really kind of does remind me of like the old school Slack days, where everyone had their own slash command to do all sorts of crazy things.
Totally,
like slash order pizza or stuff like that.
I might be dating myself a little bit here, but I'm thinking way back to the IRC days, maybe Internet
Yeah.
Relay Chat from back in the early '90s. But yeah, so basically, let me explain Rovo skills a little bit.
Yeah.
Essentially, you can think of skills like actions or tasks that Rovo can do on your behalf, and so you can invoke them either directly through our product, like there's buttons that you can click, and Rovo will take an action for you in the background, or from Rovo Chat, so you can ask Rovo to invoke certain skills, and then they also form the building blocks then for agents that you can create. So with an agent, you can pull together multiple skills to do some pretty complex sort of tasks. And so, yeah, but the way that folks like you and I will interact with it is slash commands in a Rovo Chat window, and we can get Rovo to do a ton of stuff on our behalf.
There's a project I have in mind now that I joked about this morning with some Atlassians on the way here. Just, it would be funny if Rovo could do this. And then we saw the keynote, and I'm like, oh my God, Rovo might actually be doing it. But it's an old comic from like 2008, where it's sudo make me a sandwich.
Yep.
Make me a sandwich, no. Sudo make me a sandwich, okay. I want to build a Rovo command that goes and orders a sandwich from like an Uber Eats, but only if you tell us sudo make me a sandwich.
I don't know if I can do that. You could probably create an agent to build it, I suppose. One of the other cool things that we announced this week with Rovo, though, is it can now support images and other content types. So I don't know. This is a use case that I use all the time where you do some brainstorming on a physical whiteboard. Do you remember those things?
Oh, yeah.
Physical whiteboard, still my favorite way of brainstorming. And inevitably it's like an absolute mess and someone's got to try and summarize that and send it out to the group. Well, now you can just take a photo of it on your phone, drop it into Rovo, and Rovo will capture all of that, transfer it into text, send it out to the group that was in the meeting.
That does bring up the Rovo phone app.
Yep.
Which is coming soon.
Yep.
I imagine that's when I saw the whiteboard, desktop app as well. Desktop app I have a whole nother conversation about, but the Rovo phone app, I'm like, that's how you do the whiteboard.
Absolutely, yeah.
But the desktop app, one of the use cases I had as Jira admin for years is I'd have some program manager come to me with a Excel sheet of 100, 200, 500 issues they want made in Jira. And that was always such a task to get done because there's never ever, there's pathways to do it, but it's a little complex, a little obscure. One of my best running articles is actually how to use that to create issues.
Yep.
I don't have to worry about that anymore. Rovo Desktop, it's make issues from this Excel sheet.
It's almost like you saw the keynote, Rodney. So yeah, Excel spreadsheets are another content type that we support in Rovo now. So yep, you can drop that spreadsheet into Rovo and have it create those the Jira issues for you.
All right, well, thank you for joining us today. It's been a pleasure talking to you. And stay tuned, we've got so much more coming this week. We've got more Atlassians, more partners, and more news here from Barcelona. So thank you.
Thanks, Rodney.
A quick shout out to ServiceRocket and the crew member program built for Atlassian Certified freelancers. If you ever wanted access to bigger projects but run into roadblocks like compliance or audits, this program helps bridge that gap. You'll get to work on the big projects, grow your skills through certification support, and join a community of like-minded experts. If this sounds like a win for you, look into our description for the link.